We are so excited to welcome our next guest. You know her from Ladybird and Booksmart. Now she's portraying Monica Lewinsky in the highly anticipated miniseries Impeachment, American Crime Story. Everybody say hello to Miss Beanie Feldstein. Beanie, I was just talking to a producer during the break. Said in my ear, hey, she's ready and she's wonderful. That was the compliment they just gave you. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. It's so early in Los Angeles, but I'm so excited to be talking to you, and thank you so much for having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here, but what was that like, that moment that Ryan Murphy, the producer, said, hey, I want you to play Monica Lewinsky? What was your first reaction to that?
I was in London, actually, and I got a call from an American number that I didn't know, and I answered it, and it was, Beanie, it's Ryan Murphy, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And he explained that the third season of American Crime Story was going to be about Bill Clinton and Linda Tripp and Monica Lewinsky and Paula Jones, and did I want to play Monica Lewinsky? And it was a life-changing moment. It was sort of surreal. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe that he was extending me this huge opportunity and asked me if I would be a producer on the series as well. Wow. So he really changed my life in so many ways. You
call it an opportunity, but did you also think that there would be some challenges, maybe unique to portraying this particular individual that was in such a high-profile drama for this country?
Absolutely. You know, I think that for me personally as an actor, I've never been given such a dramatic task before. So I was really nervous and excited to sort of enter that space for the first time. But also, of course, when you're dealing with something historical, there are a lot of unique challenges and obstacles. But also you have the opportunity to sort of peel back the curtain and really examine this story that we all think that we know, but from a completely different perspective, which is through the women's eyes, through the women at the center of the story. So I was really, really honored and excited to be a part of that retelling of this narrative.
You said through the women, the women who are at the center of this story, it's being told through their eyes. And let's take a quick look at a clip here, and it's you as Monica talking with Linda Tripp. Let's take a look.
Tell me about him.
It's just he's unavailable.
Someone long distance. Someone from work. Someone important. Is that why they sent you here?
We should get back, right?
And people didn't recognize that was Sarah Paulson there. You tell me, you said you considered yourself a protector, a bodyguard, if you will, for Monica Lewinsky. What do you mean by that?
You know, when I had about a year and a half to do my research on Monica because of the pandemic, it extended that time. And during that time, I just became deeply protective of her and her story. I think so many people don't understand what she was really going through at that time because she was actively silenced by her immunity deal with the Office of Independent Counsel. So she was not allowed to speak for herself. So many people don't understand, you know, the true emotionality of what she was going through when the world learned her name. And when I was doing my research, I started to feel deeply protective of her. And because she's also a producer on the project, I've had the great fortune of getting to know her. And before we started filming, I just said to her, I couldn't think of the word of how I felt about her. And finally it came to me, I was like, I'm your bodyguard. I'm your 5'1" little Jewish girl bodyguard. I will protect you. I will protect what you went through. I will protect your story. And I hope to give your story back to the world in a brand new light, in a way that people have never seen before. They might think that they know who she is or who Linda Tripp is or who Paula Jones is, but we hope with Impeachment, American Crime Story to really peel back the curtain and examine it from a very different perspective.
It was just the last thing quickly there, that relationship. She is working on, she was a part of this show. You have a relationship with her now. What's that like to be with her, and how is she approaching this project as well?
Yeah, so Monica's a producer on the project. Ryan has said that he didn't want to do the project without her. One of the reasons to make the show in the first place is to reclaim her narrative and to really give her story back to the world in a completely different light. And so he, of course, wanted her to be a part of that. And it's been an extremely beautiful working relationship for me. You know, I call her the voice inside my head. I'm like, I am never not thinking about you. I brush my teeth thinking about you. I wake up thinking about you. So it's a unique relationship for sure. I'm sure for her, she's like, okay, stop it.
Oh, Beanie, that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. Well, good having you here. Congratulations on everything. We'll see you down the road. We want folks to know Impeachment, American Crime Story premieres Tuesday, September 7th at 10 p.m. on FX.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.